Yo, what is up, guys? Gamerverse back again, once again, doing another video for you guys today. So today we are reviewing a game, a new cozy game, kind of like a cozy slash satisfying type of renovation. One of those slow games, and it just came out, and it's called Hozy. Hozy or Hozy, I'm not sure how you say it. But this game was just so instantly addictive, and it was super cool. I experienced the game. I completed the entire story mode, if you want to call it that. It's kind of just like a set of stages or a set of particular houses that you need to renovate. And it goes from your normal apartment straight up to renovating a lighthouse and even renovating like a tree house. The game is quite similar to games like House Flipper, similar to other games where you do the same thing. There's quite a few of these games out where you renovate houses and customize it, make it look good. But I didn't expect myself to end up playing it for hours and sticking right through the story of the game. So in this video, I'll be reviewing Housey, and then hopefully at the end of the video, you will decide if you do want to play the game or not, and if you don't want to play it, and if you do, let me know. I would like to hear from you guys in the comment section below. But without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. So what is Housey? Housey's core gameplay is basically you clean the particular house that you need to renovate. Before renovating it, I feel like cleaning is a part of renovating. So what you have to do first is you got to clean the houses, and then you got to renovate and then decorate. I would say all of these gameplay mechanics in this game is super satisfying and pretty cool. It's just one of those games where you sit back, relax, and let your creativity flow. The game's all about creativity, and it is cozy, and it's basically overall a simulation game, but it's mostly one of those niche games. A lot of people enjoy it, but there is a big fan base for this type of games, and it's more for the casual players instead of like the hardcore video gamers. So it's more for those people who like to sit back and relax and play a cozy game like Hozy, whatever you want to call it, Housey or Hozy or whatever you want to call it. But the game's gameplay is super addictive, and you might even find yourself renovating these houses for hours and continuing to make the house look perfect without any spoilers. The game doesn't have much spoilers anyway. In the video that I'm showing you, basically you go through a particular set of things. The game has text. It doesn't have any cutscenes or anything like that, but it has text, and it also has a lot of context and hidden secrets or Easter eggs hidden within the game. And as of recording this video, it is actually Easter Sunday as I'm recording this video. So yeah, they put quite a couple of like cool little Easter eggs in the game, and the mechanics where you clean the game and sometimes even repair as well, and then paint. I feel like you paint a lot. You do paint a lot in the game, but decorating is a core gameplay mechanic. You also use tools and use these tools to clean, repair stairs, and pull out old planks that look rugged and things like that. But the whole game is completely smooth, and the gameplay and the controls are super smooth. There's a lot of freedom in the game. There aren't much restrictions. You can be as creative as you want, or you can be as misguided as you want. If you don't want to renovate the house properly, you could just put everything in one spot and just go crazy with it. And the game won't tell you that it's wrong. You will still get to go over to the next level. All you have to do is basically just renovate, clean, and unpack the furniture and unpack the items that you have to. As soon as you've done that, you have the option to finish the stage, or you can just move, or you can just continue to renovate, or you can just move on. Like I said, even if you haven't decorated the place in a good way. So the game gives you that freedom, and the customization and the creativity is pretty cool. The furniture options, the colors, the layout, everything is so freely unlimited actually, and you can design pretty unique houses, and you can make it look really cool. Like I said, there's a lot of different stages. You go from cleaning and renovating like a small New York apartment to renovating a lighthouse at the end of the game, I think, or somewhere in the middle. And I think each house has a unique look, feel, and it serves its own story. So the game kind of, like I said, the game doesn't have cutscenes or any like things that gives it like a straight narrative, but you have to kind of read it in the game, and the reading that you do will ultimately fill in the gaps for you when it comes to the story. But like I said, the gameplay is quite addictive and it's super cool. It's not that hard to play actually. I was playing the game with my little nephew and he was enjoying it so much. The progression loop, there isn't any money. You don't need any money in the game to unlock things. It's just a simple game where you have everything unlocked and a complete creative freedom. And yeah, the only thing that kept me going and kind of gave me the feeling to finish the game was that just that one more house and one more house, and then at the end I renovated every house, and I was like, wow, that was really good. But yeah, the atmosphere and the vibes of the game is very, very like lo-fi. It's got a lo-fi type of aesthetic. The music and the sound design is very relaxing, and the visual style, like I said, it's cozy but with a splash of like realism and super stylized. The whole game is meant to make you feel calm, and it totally does that in a lot of ways. Not only with the music, but like I said, with the aesthetic and the realistic art style and things like that. So So I mean, yeah, that's the main, atmosphere from the game that stands out. Like everything actually stands out in from the music, like I said, the visual style and the gameplay. Is just very very lo-fi and realistically cozy with its own uh like really cool art style that I really did enjoy. And in terms of like the performance, the way the game performs on PC, I do think the game is out for console though, but I'm not particularly sure. But I do think it's out for PS5, and the game performs very, very good on PC at least. As you guys know, I am a PC player, and there was zero bugs, zero glitches, and the UI in the game is really good. No annoying mechanics that I got like annoyed at, and I was like getting like frustrated. None of that. The game performed like a dream and it played really cool. And in terms of like progression and replay value, they is the replay value if you are one of those creative people that feel like you can really renovate the house in a different way than you did before. You can also go back to the houses that you've already renovated and already decorated and go back to that and see how you can make it different. So in terms of like long-term content, I don't know if they are gonna add DLCs. This is the initial base game, the initial launch version that I played. Who knows? Maybe they will add some DLC houses because it's only about I think like 7 levels or 7 houses or 7 places that you actually have to like renovate and decorate. But who knows? Maybe they will add, more houses and more, more content to the game overall. But yeah, I mean, pros and cons of the game. Pros, it is a relaxing game and it's super satisfying to transform these houses into your own imagination and, just let your imagination run free. And like I said, it's easy to pick up, easy for casual players to just pick up and, play. There isn't any restrictions in the game as it comes to when it comes to creativity. In terms of cons, there's a little bit of repetitive things, but it's not that repetitive that I felt myself saying, "Oh wow, this is repetitive. I'm not gonna play the game anymore." There are some repetitive things, but it doesn't feel like a bad con, but it is a little bit of a con. And I think that might be the only thing. And it's actually a good thing because the game is not meant to have any difficulty things. It's meant to be a chilled game, and the lack of challenge is pretty much non-existent because the game is not about the challenge. The game is just about your creative freedom and you just chilling out and enjoying the game. So is it worth it? The game goes about, I think the game is going right now for like 150, not 150, I think like 50, maybe $40 on Steam. And I think you should definitely buy it even like right now. I think it's worth the price. And if you are on PS5, let me know. I don't know what the price is on PS5 or on Xbox, but you can let me know in the comment section below if you are a console player and you did buy the game. Just let me know. And yeah, guys, that brings us to our final score and our verdict. This is one of that games where you just gotta chill, let your imagination run wild, and see what awesome creations you can come up with when decorating these houses. I had a cool experience. It's just one of those games that you should experience at least once in your life. Just play it once, and if you do like it and you go back to it, maybe it will be one of those games that you really do enjoy, and one of those games that you continue to come back to and that you continue to enjoy. So, yeah, I did enjoy it for playing it once, and I might even play it if it gets some DLCs. Who knows? But it is a good game, and I think the final score for the game is a 7.5 out of 10. A 7.5 out of 10 for Hozy. I don't know how to say that still. Please let me know how to say that in the comments below. But yeah, this is the newest cozy game, and I think it's taken the lo-fi community by storm. I feel a lot of lo-fi people who are into lo-fi games like this are talking about it. So yeah, would you play a game like this? Let me know if you will play it. Let me know if you're planning on playing it. And let me know what you think. If you do like this video, guys, please leave your like in the comments. Sorry, leave your comment in the comments and like the video, and then also subscribe to my channel, as it really does help out my channel a lot. And I do really appreciate that. And as you guys know, I've been Gameverse, and I will always see you in another video.